cash rate. The central bank will reveal its latest monetary policy decision this afternoon. There are strong expectations of a cut from 3%, but debate over its size. ANZ says a 25 basis point cut could be strategic at this point in the cycle, with the OCR near its bottom. But ASB chief economist Nick Tuffley told Mike Hosking that he favours a 50 basis point cut.
You can do a pretty good case either way, but we think it's time to give it a firmer nudge than what the Reserve Bank has recently.
3 New Zealanders who are part of the intercepted flotilla to Gaza have entered Jordan. MFAT says buses containing New Zealanders and other deportees have now crossed the border. The trio joined the flotilla headed to Gaza that was intercepted by Israel in international waters. Strategic genetic improvements could be the future of New Zealand's red meat sector. Rabobank's new report reveals 2 million underutilised dairy calves are born every year, at a time when beef prices are hitting all-time highs. It's calling for collaboration across breeding, rearing and value chains to generate an estimated $1.2 billion to the economy. Meat Industry Association Chair Nathan Guy says exciting opportunities lie ahead and genetics play an important part.
Farmers have innovated for a long time, decades. We've been leading the world in innovation. If we look at what's happening in meat plants, there's a hell of a lot of investment going on.
Common ground among Lower Hutt mayoral candidates on a possible amalgamation. Hutt City is one of 2 councils in the Wellington region which is running non-binding referendums as part of local body elections to explore combining the city's councils into one super city. 2-term Hutt City Councillor Brady Dyer welcomes the possibility.
I don't know if full super city Auckland style is where we need to go, but definitely up for the conversation.
Independent candidate Prabha Ravi supports the idea of combining councils but not the full extent.
Yes, only for Lower Hutt and Upper Hutt where it makes sense.
And that's News Talk ZB News with Spark for Business, building growth through tech innovation.
To News Talk ZB Sport, the verdict's in. What will the Christchurch-based football team competing in the inaugural Oceania Pro League be called? South Island United. Trials will be held with local players before officials recruit from further afield. The new club colours are undetermined as yet. Kiwis league coach Stacey Jones has revealed his difficulty leaving out 2 NRL finalists from his squad. The 21-strong lineup for the Pacific Championships has no room for Storm wing Will Warbrick and Broncos second rower Jordan Riki.
If we could increase our squad by a few more, those players would be there, and it was the tough one. The decisions that you want to make, but you don't want to call the player and say what's happened, but comfortable with the squad that we've got.
Riki's had other priorities post-premiership, like calling out journalist Buzz Rothfield for questioning their credentials when they plummeted to 11th during the season.
Someone sent me Buzz's number. Sack of potatoes, that fella, man.
The Australian Tennis Open has served up a new idea to add to the event's renowned carnival atmosphere. Craig Gabriel reports.
Professional tennis is not just a sport, it's a multi-million-dollar entertainment business, and nowhere among the 4 majors is it better highlighted than the Australian Open, and that'll be the scenario once again. Across 3 weeks, from the 12th of January, the entire precinct will be open. There's new eateries, a courtside bar, a 21-day music festival, double-story viewing areas, and the $1 million one-point slam open to pros and amateurs.
So in the latter, players will engage in paper, scissors, rock to determine who serves or receives, and the winner progresses to the next round. 10 amateurs and 22 professionals will eventually compete for the 7-figure purse at Melbourne Park. Tennis coverage with Eye Institute discover a world free of glasses and contacts. And the Highlanders have lured first five Josh Jacob, but not until the 2027 Super Rugby season. He's played 21 matches for the Chiefs since debuting in 2024, largely as backup to Damien McKenzie. I'm Andrew Alderson, and that's News Talk ZB News and Sport to 25 minutes to 9.
Sport with News Talk ZB on air and on iHeartRadio. News Talk ZB Bay of Plenty, time saver traffic and travel.
Find everything you need this Halloween at the Warehouse. Interstate Highway 29A, it's moderate to heavy westbound from Welcome Bay through to Takatinu Drive. Heavy on Ismar Road northbound from Meadow Park. Heavy over the Hainanea Bridge, citybound from Welcome Bay. Slows down on State Highway 29 from Redwood Lane to Cambridge. Sluggish run on State Highway 2 from Snowgrass to the Wainoa Bridge. From costumes to candy, find every trick and every treat this Halloween at the Warehouse. That's traffic.
Weather with Palmer's Bethlehem, Tauranga's most complete garden centre.
Met service forecast for Bay of
retirement communities. Life your way. News Talk ZB.
Congratulations, Prue Roberts was the first one in this morning, so she gets $500 thanks to Visa, and is in the draw for the trip to Melbourne business class tickets, accommodation, hospitality, race weekend passes in March of next year at Albert Park, track experience, and $2,000. Funnily enough, I was just doing the numbers. You know that the Rambo made 240. I don't want to bang on about it, but I think the more I look at it, the more suspect I am about the actual numbers, because it was one of those opt-in surveys where, first of all, you got to have the attitude to be part of a survey, and so you can question people who've got that sort of time on their hands. At $240, so if you get a house, so it all averaged out. So for one person, $240. Now that's a whole different equation. Family of four, $240 is $8.50 per person a day. $8.50. There's no way you are feeding a person 3 meals a day for $8.50 a day. It's just not possible. Therefore, I just wonder how. I mean, obviously you might have a skewed two-person house scenario there because the numbers don't add up to me. 22 minutes away from 9.
International correspondence with NZI Insurance. Peace of mind for New Zealand business.
Australian Steve Price. Morning, mate.
Hey, good morning.
I note that Melbourne is holding up its reputation as a refined, elegant sort of city as you mark October 7.
Well, I didn't think I could be shocked about the level of anti-Semitism that's risen in this country over the past 2 years, but I was yesterday morning. I could not believe it. Massive billboard in North Fitzroy. Now, I know you know Melbourne well, but just for the benefit of your audience, anyone who resides in places like North Fitzroy, Collingwood, the inner northern suburbs of Melbourne, are likely to be Green voting, Israel-hating people. Now, of course, that's me talking in generalisation, but it's one of those pockets of Australia that's very, very much of the Green left. A giant billboard, October 7 of all days, glory to Hamas was the billboard. Now, this billboard, it's not like just a small poster. This is one of those giant billboards that's been overtaken by these vile people, and it's on a major freeway into the city. But it doesn't stop there. On an office works complex, there was graffiti about Free Palestine, and probably the worst of all, October 7, do it again. Now, these slogans just got to stop. We can only hope and pray that there was CCTV footage somewhere, but these cowards would have had masks on, I would have thought. Israel has reacted already with their Deputy Foreign Minister calling on Australia to, quote, get your country in order and stop the Jew hate. Sydney Opera House, looks like there's going to be another protest there come Sunday.